So today we are doing a spring-inspired makeup look on a model, my sister. So if you'd like to see how we achieve this beautiful look, please keep watching. So I started out by using the RCMA Prefoundation lotion, and I applied that with a foundation brush. I've never liked these brushes for foundation, but I really like them for applying moisturizer. And then I just used some MAC Fix Plus to add a little bit more moisture to the skin. And then I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer just to kind of help fill in her pores and prime her skin for foundation a little more. Then I mixed together two colors from the RCMA VK10 palette to get her perfect match. And with foundation, you always want to start in the center of the face and work your way out. That way there's no harsh lines on the outside of the face, the outer edge of the face, I guess you could say. And you always want to make sure you blend down the neck and blend back towards the ears and the hairline so no one can tell you're wearing foundation, because that's the general goal, right? I love the finish the RCMA foundation gives. It's a beautiful satiny finish. It's not too dewy and it's not too matte. It has really great coverage as well, which is always a plus in my book. Then we use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NC20 under her eyes, and I just blended that on with a e.l.f. brush. I really love this brush for under eye concealer. It's super affordable, and you would never guess that an e.l.f. brush would be that good, but it is, and I like it. I also blended it up onto her eyelids as well, because I feel like that just helps to even out her eyelids if there's any veins or anything like that. Also, if you don't have the Pro Longwear Concealer, you need it. It has amazing coverage. It doesn't crease. Then I just use the Real Technique sponge to blend it in and help pick up any excess product that might be on there. And then I just went in and spot concealed as well because she had a few blemishes that needed a little extra coverage. Now we are using one of my favorite products of all time, the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm just using that with a powder brush to set her face, and then I am using it under the eyes as well to set the concealer. The Pro Longwear Concealer doesn't really need to be set, but it's a good idea just in case. Now we are doing her brows. I use the Anastasia Brow Pro palette. It's just the palette that comes with all of her eyebrow powders. I'm not doing anything too fancy here, just following her natural shape for the most part. If there is one tip I could give on doing brows, it would be to tweeze them beforehand, also trim them as well. It's going to make a big difference in the finished product. A lot of people don't know what they're doing when it comes to tweezing and trimming their brows, so just help them out a bit and it'll look a lot better. Here I am using the Nars Sunwashed bronzer in the color Laguna just to add a little bit of warmth to her face. Then we are using the RCMA Cream Blush Palette. I love this palette. It is great if you're a makeup artist because you can use it for blush and you can also use it for lipstick as well. We just mixed together the colors CTV and Gina Pink just to kind of give us a more neutral pink color, and I really like the way it turned out. Then we are priming our lids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. If you have trouble with your eyeshadows creasing or fading, I would give this a try. I have very oily skin and I used to have the hardest time getting eyeshadows to not crease just from the oils, and this has yet to let me down. It always keeps my eyeshadows looking great. Now we are using the MAC Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre as a waterline eyeliner. My sister wears contacts, and every time I try and use an eyeliner on her, her eyes start watering. So I decided to try this time, and it worked wonderfully. Her eyes didn't water, and I got that nice nude color on her waterline that just kind of helped open up her eyes. And then we are using the color Wedge as a crease color for her eyeshadow. and I'm just blending that on her crease with a crease brush. After that, I took the color Brule from MAC and I used that as a lid shade and also as a highlight shade on her brow bone. We're keeping this eye look super simple because the lips are going to be a little bolder. Now we are moving on to eyeliner. We are using the L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer Liner in the color Blackest Black, and we are just doing a very soft, subtle wing. We don't want anything too dramatic. We're trying to keep this look soft and subtle, at least as far as the eyes go. The lips are another story. Then we're using MAC Carbon eyeshadow just right over the eyeliner that we just put on. This just kind of helps set the eyeliner in place to ensure that it won't move, and it also helps soften it a bit too, so you get a bit of a softer look. And then also we are putting a little bit of the eyeshadow right under the eyes just to help define it a little bit more. Now we're using Covergirl Lash Blast Mascara on her eyelashes, obviously. I struggle a bit putting mascara on other people, so if you guys have any tips, I would love to hear it. Also, if you get a little bit of mascara on their face, just let it dry and then use a cotton swab to wipe it off. Now we are using MAC lip liner in the color Whirl just to kind of fill in her lips. This lip liner does not match the lipstick that I'm going to use, but I find even if you don't have a lip liner that matches the lipstick, it just kind of helps give it something to cling to. It almost kind of primes the lips in a way, and then you are able to see a little better the outline of where you want your lipstick to go. Last but not least, we are using the MAC Liptensity lipstick in the color Claretcast. This is a beautiful deep pink, and I love this color for spring. It just gives you that pop of color, but it still looks classy, and I think it looks beautiful. Very last step is to clean up the lipstick with a concealer, just so you have clean lines around the edge and it looks crisp and clean. So this is the finished look. I really enjoyed creating this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I hope it was helpful in some way. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.